the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to the Turst. Happy worst. Hey, Jerst. How you durst?
Happy worst day.
Yeah, even though it's so not.
I know. What is the worst day? Have we ever decided? Monday.
Of course, it's Monday.
Yeah, it is.
But Jackie, when you love your job and you job your love, every day is the burst day.
Oh, it's a birthday.
When you get to work with your beautiful sister, every day is the burst day.
Every day is birthday. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
How are you doing, Preggylicious?
I'm good, thank you. Just like posted up. I'm in a comfy position. Like I don't think I'm going to move for the whole show.
Yeah. But then like being in a comfy position is a blessing and a curse because you don't move. And then when you have to move, it's like you're like an ice sculpture. Like you literally cannot, you're frozen.
Yeah. And Bruto's not here. He does take up half the chair, which is really crazy. Just like he takes up half the bed. He's such a crazy individual, that Bruto. He's getting
kind of self-indulged.
He's getting groomed right now. So tomorrow he'll be back looking handsome, bringing his best to the show. But he did take a personal day for self-care.
Speaking of Bruto, I have just like a small personal update.
Okay. Scary, like when you phrase it that way. Just because you never know what Koji's doing.
I kind of miss Romeo. Like me and Ben were looking at pictures of him last night. That's how you know I'm hating LA. Like I really miss my dog.
Oh, so today we hate LA.
Yeah, it's just like.
Yesterday we were tolerating it.
Yeah. I just hate to be so negative, you know. I feel like and I actually really believe that, even though like my joke is that like I'm a negative queen. I feel like when you have like a negative mindset, it really affects your reality. Like you see in the world what is in your mind. Like you're what?
Now you're talking like a true podcaster.
No, I know. Job your love your job.
Guys,
like,
LA has gotten to her. The Dear Media offices have gotten to her.
See, I felt this way like when I was postpartum too, because it's so easy to like slip into being negative. Like I'm tired. But then you like start to see the world through like your hater eyes. And I really generally try to be like a positive person, even though like I joke all the time that I'm so negative. And you know, I live to complain, but once I slip into like hating something, I can't get out. Like, so I have to like rise above. I stay above water and I'm slipping.
You know what you should do? I don't know what your plans are today, but you should go to the ocean.
I should go to the ocean.
You love the ocean. You're obviously a water sign. Low-key, so am I, but that's inconvenient. That's an inconvenient truth because I'm not.
And that's what Al Gore was talking about when he made that movie. Jackie O being a water sign.
Though not
that's
really
just inconvenient.
Though not really liking swimming.
Not really liking? You have a pool. How many times have you been in your own pool? Twice?
A couple times, but I'm always like pregnant and you know I don't like to swim when I'm pregnant, so I can't
Another
swim.
Inconvenient truth.
Another inconvenient truth. But no, I think that you should head to the Pacific. What about a little Nobu Malibu? I think you need to like touch sand. And I think I
need to touch sand.
Right? I think that's like one of the great assets of California, like is the Pacific and the weather and just like the sun in your hair. I think you need to rent a convertible and drive down the PCH. Like, I think that's what you need. I feel like you're too much in Tinsel Town and you need to get to like Tinsel Burb.
Tinsel adjacent.
Tinsel Coast.
Tinselville.
So do with that amazing advice what you will.
That's really good advice. I need to pack a bathing suit.
Oh my gosh, that's so not Koji.
So not water sign of me. But I did pack 2 for Ruby.
Looks like you're skinny dipping.
It'll be a treat for my fellow beachgoers down in the Boo.
You should really rent a convertible and drive down the highway. Like Ruby will love it.
Yeah, 100%.
I wonder what age kids can go in a convertible.
Like you can't put a car seat in a convertible?
Like you could, but that's crazy. That's crazy.
My baby would be fine.
Oh, well, yeah, because he loves Hollywood and he's so taken with his town and he never wants to go home. Plot twist.
No, he is literally his father, loving it, living it up.
That is hysterical.
And Ben is even more like crazy than ever. Actually, Jackie is going to eventually go on maternity leave, but I did want to do an episode. I told Jackie today, I'm like, if you're feeling like tired, Ben is dying to get on the podcast. And I'm dying to get him on the podcast to like really, we're having 2 completely different experiences here.
Oh, that is hysterical. Okay, yeah, maybe tomorrow, no can do.
Yeah, if you're just feeling like a little tired.
I'm feeling a little out of pocket.
I know someone who's got the itch for fame. Ben is literally 50 feet from stardom.
That is really hysterical. One of my favorite tropes about Lish.
Yeah. Me too.
Have any opportunities like come his way since he's been in Los Angeles?
Well, just like The Good Guys is thriving, right?
Right.
Ben was actually telling me, I won't spoil it.
Which means that it's time to go home.
Correct. Once The Good Guys are doing better than us, like we're being delayed. Once The Good Guys are doing better than us, it's time for us to go home.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's why I feel so unbalanced.
Yeah, it's like
maybe I'm not the most successful podcaster in my house.
Don't even say that, Claudia.
I know. They did score a huge interview yesterday. Ben was telling me all about it. I forgot to tell you. Incredibly juicy.
Oh, let's play Guess Who. But I know you won't ultimately tell me.
No. I think Ben might have posted who it was on his Instagram. Let me just triple check before I blow up their spot. You know,
man or woman?
Man.
Mustache?
I feel like it just depends on the day.
Okay. TV or film?
No, I would say no mustache. TV.
John Stamos?
Oh, yeah.
Josh posted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And he came with some piping hot tea.
Regarding whomst?
Again, I don't know if I can or should spoil it, but regarding one of his famous friends.
Okay.
Who's going through something right now.
Something that we knew, like that we know about?
Yeah.
I would just have to rack my brain of like the Full House.
He's peeling the curtain back.
Okay.
And that's all I'll say.
Okay. That's a really good teaser. Like free promo for The Good Guys. Cool.
Once again, how do we always get here? We're doomed.
Do they talk about us?
Never.
As much as we talk about them.
We're intent on destroying them while also lifting them up.
I know,
prayer.
but that's what it means to be a hater, though. Like you're actually a fan. Us and The Good Guys. Like the more we talk about them, the more shine we give them, like the more air and oxygen, and they just thrive. That's like a hater.
Live for it. I understand my haters more than ever.
Thank you to my haters.
Today is Wednesday, which normally would mean a bussin' down Dancing with the Stars recap. But let me tell you another thing I'm hating about LA. We watch it late. So it airs, they tape it at 5 p.m. Pacific time here.
Okay.
It airs for you at 8, but then it airs for us 3 hours later. So no thanks.
At 8?
I found out. Yeah. So first of all, 8 o'clock for me. I was literally asleep by 8:15.
Oh, I was wondering why like you weren't live watching, but I guess even if you were like ready to watch Dancing with the Stars when I was, you don't get it.
I couldn't. Unless I'm going to download a VPN. Like, I don't know.
I guess you have to go, you're going to have to go to a taping.
And then I got a spoiler that like nobody got sent home. Spoiler alert. So I was like, okay, I'm not staying up late to watch nobody go home. I'll watch the dances on TikTok.
Well, we're going to recap it in the fifth and final story. I'm going to let you know what you missed. It was kind of a clusterfuck. I don't know if that makes me like Scrooge, that I wasn't so emotionally affected. There were some dances and like some tributes that were really beautiful, but like every time there were 3 people dancing on the screen, like it felt weird.
Yeah, because dancing is very much like a 2-person thing.
Like, and every single, there was all these different combos, like Elaine and Chessie and Alan. So it was like 2 girls and a guy, and it was fucking weird. Then there was Whitney and her husband and Mark. Fucking weird. Like every way that you sliced it.
I am loving like everybody's emotional tributes. I watched Jen Affleck's, like everybody's made like a montage for their TikTok. Mm-hmm. I was sobbing watching Jen Affleck talk about how she just like needs her mom so much, and the videos of her like giving birth while her mom was giving her like a hug. So cute. And Whitney also like making all these emo things for what's his name? Connor. And Alex Earl and her little sister. Those are the 3 that I was deeply moved by.
The little sis was adorable and one of the better ways to do the tribute. Oh, I have to let you know what they did with Mr. Feeney.
Oh, they wheeled him onto the ballroom floor?
In a sense. But you'll have to wait till our fifth and final story.
Oh, okay.
What things Mr. Feeney did? You'll have to wait and see.
You're so Julianne Hough. Let's get your scores after the break.
Let's get your scores, dancers.
I love your scores, dancers.
And your favorite girlie was a guest judge.
Who?
Kim Herjavec.
Kim Herjavec. Very interesting. How do I feel? I haven't thought about Kim Herjavec in a while, so let me just recalibrate. Because the last time I heard Kim Herjavec, I wasn't obsessed with the fact that Robert Herjavec left his wife of like 100 years to marry his dance partner. But now they have like twins and they had a baby, so like I think I have to move on, right? It's like...
Yeah, she was looking very beautiful and giving like really nice commentary.
Okay, it was reminding me, is it a story about TJ and Amy getting engaged? We don't have to make it a story. But now that they're engaged, like I think we all have to move on from how they got
The thing is,
engaged.
I don't know why it never really bothered me, like what they had done. And like, I'm glad that they got engaged and they're thriving and like, good, keep going. That's what you have to do. Yeah. You have no other choice. But like,
exactly.
I can't remember what the circumstances were that led me to like not really feel like so negative about their situation.
Because they had both got huge professional ramifications for something that happened in their personal life. And I remember when we were talking about it, we were just like, okay, well, it's terrible that they both like cheated on their partners. But like, what does it have to do with GMA's third hour?
Yeah. And now GMA's
so it's like
got
and it became
third
this
hour.
big news story. And I was like, okay, but again, like these people being just like ethically wrong, how is that relevant here?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's why we ended up being like kind of soft on them.
For sure. And I feel good about that. Like they're super happy and
now their partners are together.
my favorite trope.
The Shania Twain effect.
My favorite trope.
That's a good trope.
I love your trope, scorned lovers.
Yeah, it's like okay, so it's like enemies to lovers. What is this one called? Like scorned
Lovers.
I like it.
Or wife swap.
Tessa Bailey, get on it. Did you see? Oh, by the way, are we talking about Wendy Osefo today?
No.
Okay, because
What
like
are
I
we talking about?
I don't know.
Honestly, the stories are really random. Like,
well, it's fine because I had said a couple of days ago, like I was just waiting for like a Bravo account to break it all down for me, and there have been several. I am fully caught up on what Wendy Osefo did, and it's really bad and really stupid. Like I feel like Wendy, she's a good housewife, but I think her thing is like that she's smart, right? She has a lot of degrees. Her and her husband combined have like 6 or 7 degrees between them. She's always just sort of like some women stunt like their wealth, their fashion. She stunts her education and her smarts.
yeah, she's a doctor.
Right. She goes on TV. She's just like kind of takes like an intellectual high ground.
For sure.
And for her to have been so stupid. Oh, and by the way, her husband's a fucking lawyer. Oh my God. I could have committed a better crime. They left so much evidence in writing via email. Be like, hey, when we put this fraud together, should we take this ring and have it like literally just they made it so easy for the police. They basically went on vacation and claimed that they were robbed. And what was missing from the house was items they had returned to stores years ago, items that they actually still had in possession. And then Wendy would go out like a week later wearing the items that she claimed were stolen and documenting it all on social media. Like, seriously, the least
And on the
effective,
show. She was wearing stuff on the show that she said was stolen.
upwards of like $400,000. That's what they claimed that insurance gave them. Oh, and they had multiple claims out to like different insurance companies, not saying that like, you know, the other one filled the claim. So it's insurance fraud and it's really serious actually. So it's really bad. There's so much evidence.
I saw a clip of her on a podcast talking about the robbery.
Kiddos.
Like the kiddos. Yeah. Was that like a red flag for everyone? Because when I saw it, I haven't seen like other people talk about that clip. And the thing is, it's so unfortunate because I would never watch a clip like that at the time and be like, this person's lying.
Right.
And I don't want to ever be that sort of person that like hears someone tell a really traumatic story and question their story.
Right.
But now watching it back,
this clip is resurfacing of an interview she did on like a Bravo podcast right after the robbery, and they're talking about housewives, and then the host is just like, and by the way, like this robbery, like, are you okay? What happened? And she was like, yeah, I mean, you know, we weren't there. We were on vacation with the kiddos. And the way she said kiddos, it's like, you're lying. You're lying. Nobody thought it at the time. Like now it's an extremely sinister clip.
1000%. The way she said kiddos when talking about
kiddos
was so
it was weird.
And the whole thing was so weird. But now I could say it is like, oh, I could see you're lying. I would have never fucking known.
Now.
I would have never known. I would have been like, that is so sad. That is so
traumatic.
Upsetting.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm a believer. And I like that about me.
I agree. Don't change that about yourself. Like to become someone who just like
doubts and like is cynical. And whenever someone like, especially with robberies, weirdly, there's always someone like, they're lying. I'm like, you're the worst person.
It's so true. And that's why I feel like, you know, all roads do lead back to Jussie Smollett.
Oh,
because nobody wanted to be the first person to be like, is he lying? Because it was such a crazy thing. And so that's why I think when everybody, I don't know who the first person to like cast out was, but everybody after that was like, yeah, you know what? I was thinking the same thing. I would never, especially because Wendy was just like she was just an upstanding citizen, right? Like that was like her thing.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like morality police. But I feel like that's always how it is. You know, it's like the person, it's like the Ellen.
Yeah.
The person preaching kindness is like beating people up backstage.
No, that's really such a crazy story.
So it is a crazy saga. It's not just like a little blip. I do feel like they might go to jail.
And it's not just like $300.
No, it's upwards of $400,000 in items, like claiming that they were stolen and then getting insurance to reimburse for them. But they were not stolen. They were either like hidden under her mattress or returned to stores. Like literally paper trail after paper trail. Not smart.
Not smart. From the doctor, Wendy Osefo.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you are.
Yeah, now that we've done two stories, I feel good about getting into the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And the Fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by Nanit. And Nanit did provide a bunch of copy. I just want to apologize in advance to all the parents listening because I feel like even trying to convince you to buy Nanit is an insult to your intelligence. Like, I don't know what other baby monitor like you would even possibly get. I have 3. I have a travel one, the Flex Stand. It's with me now. It's the most amazing. Like, I didn't even think, like, oh, which one should I get? I just got Nanit.
Nanit.
So parenthood looks a lot different today. The tools we have, the access we have, like Nanit. Think about how obvious it feels now to track your own steps or your own sleep or how you wouldn't leave your house without your smartphone. Well, it's hard to imagine parenting today without a smart baby monitor that lets you see your baby anytime, anywhere, so much more. So Nanit is the #1 most awarded smart baby monitor trusted by parents and experts. It's the baby monitor that parents can't stop talking about with rave reviews from athletes, celebrities, publications. It's like having a second pair of eyes that never gets tired. Nanit parents, on average, get 36 more nights of sleep per year. I'm in the phase where, like, I have the Nanit just on the background audio at all time. While we're traveling, it's been such an amazing thing to have. We had it in the Hamptons. We, of course, have it, like, permanently installed at home. But they're really easy to bring with you. They are super helpful if you're in, like, any sort of sleep training or just, like, sleep tracking phase, which is what we're at now. So I get all my data, all my insights. For that newborn era, you can find peace of mind because they have breathing motion monitoring. They have no wires or sensors. Their custom breathing wear fabric pattern is uniquely designed for the monitor's camera to detect the rise and fall of your baby's chest. So Nanit is offering 25% off to toasters when you use code BABY25 at nanit.com. That's NANIT.com with code BABY25. Today's episode is also brought to you by Quince. Cooler days call for layers that last, and Quince is our go-to for quality essentials that feel cozy, look refined, and will not blow your budget. So think $50 Mongolian cashmere, premium denim that fits like a dream, luxe outerwear that you'll wear year after year. These are the pieces that will turn into your fall uniform. So I've personally been eyeing coats. I feel like, not to be Miranda Priestley, but like coats for fall, groundbreaking. But like it really is, like we need layers, we need trenches. And have you ever looked up the cost of like a designer trench or like a wool jacket? It's insane. It's staggering, the cost of a wool coat. Well, the Quince ones look designer level but cost a fraction of the price, and the quality is just as good, if not better. So Quince partners directly with top-tier ethical factories, and they cut out the middlemen. So they're delivering luxury quality pieces at half the price of similar brands. It's the kind of wardrobe upgrade that feels smart, stylish, and effortless. Find your fall staples at Quince. Go to quince.com/toast for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. I've shopped at Quince for many years, and everything I've bought, I still have. Like, it wears really well. I have cardigans, I have trousers, cashmere sweaters, and again, they don't break the bank. So they're also available in Canada too now. That's quince.com, QUINCE.com/toast to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/toast. Again, that'll get you free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Quince.com/toast. Now available in Canada. How about that? Today's episode is also brought to you by AGZ, the new product from our friends over at AG1. So since 2010, AG1 has focused on delivering a strong nutritional foundation, and now 15 years later, they're innovating on another foundation that is an essential for whole body health, and that's sleep. So AGZ is a nightly drink for winding down and resting up, with clinically studied key ingredients at amounts supported by research, including adaptogens, herbs, and minerals. AGZ is a melatonin-free formula that supports the body's natural sleep cycle. Each serving of AGZ delivers 250 milligrams of high bioavailable magnesium, providing over half of your daily value. I feel like everyone's always talking about morning routines, and now like nighttime routines are really in. People are doing like different lighting, different drinks, and AGZ is pargy. So if you love AG1, my husband's literally their #1 fan. They're bringing that same energy to AGZ with their research-backed ingredients. Important to note that AGZ is not a melatonin-based supplement. which is good because I think like people are like off melatonin now. It's a combination of nutrients that benefit and compound over time. So all to work in harmony with your natural sleep cycle without overriding it, which is Pargy. We also do have an offer for you guys if you're wanting to try AGZ. If you're ready to turn down the stress, focus on the rest, head to drinkag1.com/toast and you're going to get a free frother with your first purchase of AGZ. So that website is drinkag1, the number 1.com/toast to get that free frother with your first purchase of AGZ.
Thank you, COS.
You're welcome, Jow.
Our first story, in no order of importance, but I actually wanted to talk about this for two reasons. One, Nicola and Brooklyn Peltz have grown apart from Selena Gomez. As they say, relationships evolve. But I also want to talk about the Victoria documentary because I'm pretty sure you watched.
I did.
So let's talk about this and then we'll talk about that because reports of a feud between Selena and Nicola and Brooklyn Peltz Beckham are untrue, an insider tells People. They said there's no bad blood. Relationships evolve and it's true they're not as close as they once were, but there wasn't any one thing that happened.
Sure.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Yes, agreed. You don't like go from having like throuple vacations on yachts to not being invited to someone's wedding within a year. And honestly, the lie detector has also determined that like Nicola and Brooklyn seem like the toxic ones because like everyone around them is now like beefing.
But Koji, that's what I think too, because I was going to say like who's the problem here, but like Selena doesn't talk to her kidney donor.
Yeah, her own kidney donor. So in this particular situation, it's hard to know who's the toxic one.
Or maybe like a bunch of toxic people got together.
But yeah, the kidney donor, if we could take that out for 1 second, Selena does have like a lot of really long-term friends. You know, you saw them in her documentary. She's had like the same people around her for a really long time. So I think we could say a lot about Lena, but I don't think I would say she's like a bad friend and that she has like fleeting friendships.
Okay, Demi.
Okay, but those were like the Disney years. We can't. Like,
I know, and you could do that to anyone. Like people like go through like are close with someone one day,
right,
and then not at another day. But this was very like hot and fast, and I definitely think that it is weird to at least like don't always have to be so close. And sometimes you're with someone like for a season. We're both liking the same things. We're both traveling. We like to do the same, and that might peter out naturally.
Yep,
priorities change, but to not invite them to your wedding
is weird.
Red flag. So I'm glad that like someone's circling back on this because I feel like we had said like let's see if they go to her wedding, but we didn't follow up with it.
Yeah, well, here is us following up. They did not go, and it was a big wedding. Again, I think also a lot of times when celebrities get married, you can say like it was a really intimate. No, it was like a big affair, and they weren't there, and they hate each other, and it does beg the question like of now making me think they're the problem.
Brooklyn and Nicola.
I had thought that anyways, so this only like confirms it. I did watch the Victoria documentary and it sucks because like I'm just comparing it to the David documentary and I feel like they put their whole family story in the David documentary. So his was so much better, not because he has a more interesting life, but because their family life was documented. That was the most interesting part. I didn't give a shit about what happened to him in soccer. Like it was him in the media and him and Posh and him having babies. And so their wedding with the purple dresses. Like I learned about all that from his documentary and they didn't want to repeat themselves. So they didn't. And, while the story of her fashion business like was compelling.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a fantastic documentary. I enjoyed myself watching it. I think she's really fascinating and she's lovely to watch. And all these like pop culture tidbits were really fun. But it left me with even more questions about Victoria. Like I understand they didn't want to talk about like Madrid again and the affair again, like these big things that happened to her that we saw through documentary. But like, why didn't they talk about why the Spice Girls broke up? Like, why?
Right.
And also, they didn't even say like Jerry left and then we kept doing it. Like, It wasn't a documentary about Victoria's life because they jumped over these huge moments. And even the fact like she has 4 children, like, and she was doing that like when she was a pop star and a wag and in the public eye and having a fashion brand and like. They just sort of like threw that. She was like, oh, I was breastfeeding Harper and I did my collection. Like, I was just like, I want to know more about everything that you're just sort of glazing over. And it really was just an advertisement for her brand. And it was a beautiful one at that.
Yes, it was an advertisement for the brand, but I think it was also like trying to shift the narrative. I don't know how like the fashion space, especially like in Europe, how they perceive her, but I don't think she gets taken seriously or as seriously as she wants to as like an official like house. And so I think the documentary's goal was to just like prop her up in that industry and like make everybody see her how she wants to be seen. And like, I personally don't care. Like that's not what, it's just like the fact that she has a brand is like a fun fact about her. It's not the whole thing.
But to me, today, like her brand seems so legit and so serious before the documentary. I actually felt like the documentary was made for like, you know, the commercial lay people like us to be like, oh, Victoria has this like 360 brand. She has beauty. She has perfume. Like, oh, I might want to buy a shirt. That's a nice thing. I felt like it was actually meant for the common people because she has what she wants in the fashion industry, which is immense respect. Like we were talking about how Anna Wintour's in the documentary. Her name was thrown around, even if it was just by one person and me, for editor-in-chief of Vogue. Like she has reached that level. Watching her journey and watching her start from being like, I guess this quote unquote like tacky wag to then like refining her style. I didn't even know that that's how people felt about her at the time because I was like 10. That was really interesting to watch, like what she's overcome. Watching how she put David in like millions of dollars of debt. I had no idea about that either.
There were two moments of like real honesty, and I really appreciated the transparency in her just like saying like, even though it's their money, but yes, he was the one, and him talking about how like when they met, like she was the rich one. She was the one who bought that house for them, and she was the one who paid for the wedding, and she was the one who did everything because he was this little soccer star. And then of course things changed, and he's I think they said like $39 million in debt for her fashion brand. That was like very honest, and I didn't expect them to be so open about the numbers. And then also she was really honest about like her phase with like anorexia and how like it was just the only thing she could control, and kind of like a stereotypical story of a woman in media, and how she overcame that. So I wasn't expecting her to address either of those things as head on as she did, and so that was compelling. But overall, I think the documentary fell flat for me, even though I enjoyed it immensely. Like Eva Longoria, slay.
Yeah, and then keep cutting back to like this big fashion show in Paris. It's just like really, and that seems really stressful, right? Like,
yeah, that
you rented a castle on the outskirts of town and all these big people are coming and it won't stop raining and like the models and the mud. Stressful.
Kim, there's people that are dying. Like
you really couldn't go, and it was just this whole big production. Like I just don't, but that's just like, I'm not a fashion person. I don't get the significance. And from my perch, like I remember some of her more recent shows because she did start like her business back up again. The one that like Kim went to, remember when Kim was like super late? So I'm like, why do you have to make it so hard? Why do you have to be in a castle outside? Like in elements that you can't control in a venue that's never hosted a fashion show before. Like, how much is this costing? And I also appreciated how she was very honest about the fact that when she was like running her business into debt, like the expenses were insane because they didn't have to be. They didn't have to lose all that money.
Yeah, but it was just they couldn't stop. Like it was a snowball down the hill. Also, not Tom Ford being in the documentary. Like she really did have A+. Not a Spice Girl though. She didn't want to get into that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to understand, like, your whole life is theater. Then you get the Spice Girls. We didn't even, and she talked about the Spice Girls only positively.
Yep.
Then we broke up and I had an identity. Why did you break up? Like, I don't understand. I still don't understand. We were Spice Girls fans at the time.
Yeah, there were big holes in the documentary, and I just feel like she came into it with like a clear goal. I think they saw a lot of success from the David documentary, like all their businesses just sort of rising, their celebrity rising, everything. And so I think she wanted to like target that
as she
for
should.
Her business. But when they started talking about her beauty and then showing her Instagram stories, like of her being so real and honest about makeup, like it was giving infomercial.
Yeah, it was an infomercial, which I will accept. A degree of infomercial. When I watch Kardashians, everyone's got business. Like, do your business, but it needs to be balanced. And I feel like, and some people don't have the other thing, the stuff with which to balance it. They are all their business, and everything else is either not interesting or just not happening for them. She has such an interesting life, and I just felt like they were keeping stuff from us. I don't know why.
Yeah, the best part was her making a TikTok with Harper.
And what's funny is, like, of course, Nicola and Brooklyn were not in it. They were not addressed.
Oh, well, yes, they were.
When?
At the show, she said, my kids are here, Brooklyn and Nicola. And then they cut to, like, them just, like, standing and taking a photo.
They were at that Friends show?
Yes.
Oh, so I guess the beef hadn't even started by then.
Or they were just still, like,
No, I think they were still good because I think everything went south with, like, the 50th birthday party.
Yes.
But David at the end was talking about how he's going to be turning 50. So maybe things were still good.
Or they were just like fine.
Yeah.
Like that's a mutually beneficial, like Nicola to be front row at Paris Fashion Week is very good for her, for Victoria having these two young hot things at her show, front row. Like, it's a mutually beneficial event. I could see them both wanting to go.
But what I was going to say was, even if they were already beefing, it's not like I was looking for that from the documentary. Like, you don't have to air your dirty undies.
Of course.
Like, I don't need to see your dirty underwear.
Some things can be kept private.
But, like, why did the Spice Girls break up? And
literally.
Then what happened? You know?
Yeah.
So that's the latest with the Beckhams. Our next story, a little TV news that I'm actually kind of obsessed with. Tayshia Adams and Tyler Cameron will judge HGTV's Bachelor Mansion renovation show. That will be a competition show for renovating the Bachelor Mansion, and the competitors are former Bachelor contestants, and it's hosted by Jesse Palmer.
Oh.
Yeah, and the contestants are out. And so this is called...
Wait, so how is Tayshia and Tyler involved?
They're the judges.
They're the judges. Jesse is the host?
Yes.
Got it.
And then over 6 episodes, they will be joined by surprise guest judges to judge the contestants' renovation skills on the iconic reality TV site. So the guest judges will be...
the contestants are...
Yes, and we'll get into the...
Former... Okay.
We'll get into the contestants from all the shows. Bachelor, Bachelorette, Bachelor in Paradise.
Right, of course.
Golden Bachelor and Golden Bachelorette.
Okay.
And the guest judges will also be from those shows.
Okay.
While they renovate the Bachelor Mansion. I don't know how like 12 people get a chance to renovate one place.
Maybe there's like challenges on different corners of the house. I don't know.
Like, that sounds like it's going to make for a really messy, disjointed house.
But also, like, the lore of the Bachelor Mansion is that it's always been owned by someone. There's like a family who owns it and like makes lots of money. They just rent it out. But now with the renovations, I feel like the network had to have bought it. How do you renovate a house that you're renting?
I don't know. I hope at this point that they've bought it, but
they've just bought it, right?
They said that like when they found out that the property needed a renovation, that they, just had to bring it to HGTV and Bachelor Nation.
Well, we have been really like hard on the Bachelor franchise because in terms of like reality TV, they were the biggest and the baddest, and they've so fallen behind all the streamers, and they're so irrelevant in the real like mix of reality TV. But it does feel like somebody like got poached from like Netflix or Hulu and now works at ABC, and they're actually stepping their pussy up, like Taylor, Frankie, Paul. The Golden Bachelor franchises have been really good. Now this is the exact type of shit we need. Like, it's giving, perfect sex on the beach couple, whatever it's called.
Yeah,
like,
alumni
show.
This
melting pot. Yes, exactly.
But in a way that works. It's also airing on HGTV, so it's like kind of perfect. Here are the contestants, and I don't know why it's these contestants and if they have any construction or design background. So
I would hope so.
Dean Bell. We all know Dean. Deanie Babies.
He definitely doesn't do construction. He lives in a van.
Yeah. He doesn't even have home, let alone
right. You can't build home if you don't have one.
I do think by now, like, him and Caitlyn have a home.
Yeah.
She was at Dancing with the Stars last night.
Was she? For who?
I don't know. Nick Viall was there and Natalie was there and Caitlyn. They were all like in the front row.
I do think it used to be like you would come as like a friend of a contestant, but now it's sort of like a red carpet, like a affair.
Yeah, it's just a fun thing to do. But also, like, Dylan was just on Viall Files. I think maybe him and Nick are friends.
Yes. That's also true.
Jill Chen is the next contestant, Bachelor season 26. And I think she's after my time.
Okay, I just want to say producer in my ear letting me know Dean does do construction. He like renovates his own house and everything.
Okay, does Jill Chen do production?
I'm not sure, but like I think it's safe to assume that all the contestants do.
Okay. Noah Erb, he was Bachelor at season 16. I forget who that is. They need to do the lead's name, but he was with Abigail.
He was the lead?
No.
Yeah, he won. I mean, sorry, he's married to Abigail.
Abigail. Yeah, that's how I know him from Paradise.
They're really cute. She comes up on my TikTok a lot.
Yeah. Alicia Gupta, The Bachelor season 29.
That's so after my time.
Tammy Lee, The Bachelor season 24. I forget who The Bachelor was, but I remember Tammy. And she was on Bachelor in Paradise. She was starting stuff. She's a stuff starter for sure. Sandra Mason, Golden Bachelor season 1.
Okay, Sandra, get in there.
Sam McKinney, Bachelorette season 21, past our time.
Yeah.
Brendan Murray, Bachelorette season 16. Yeah, I know this face. He's in it from our time. Courtney Robertson from Bachelor season 16. She won her season. She was like she was like the villain of her season, and she won. Who was the man? He looks like Josh Groban. I can't remember his name. They're not together anymore.
Oh, of course, Courtney Robertson.
Who was the man?
Yeah, this guy. He does look like Ben Flajnik. He does look like Josh Groban. That's an amazing call.
So, like, does she work construction?
Or interior design. She must.
And this is her first coming back to the franchise since Ben Flajnik's season.
Well, these bitches, like, don't know what it was like, you know? Everybody thinks, like, reality TV now, not to be such a grandma, but, like, there was a time, Ben Flajnik, like, that's all I'll say, you know?
Yeah. Our favorite contestant that we've never watched, Jeremy Simon. Jeremy Simon, if you don't remember him, he was on Jen's season and he shared with her that his great-great-grandfather was like the chief rabbi of Lithuania before the Holocaust, and it's very significant to him.
And we're pretty sure we're related to Jeremy Simon because we also had like a family member deep down the lineage who was like a big rabbi.
We are definitely related to him, but far enough removed that like we could still set him up with Sachi.
With Margot, 1,000%.
Honestly, this show looks so good. Then Christopher Stallworth, who's from Golden Bachelorette season 1. I feel like anyone who's from Golden Bachelor like could win this because they'll have just so much experience.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that this is brilliant. I also love them tapping Tyler C.
And Joan from
and
Golden
Tayshia.
Bachelorette. I think people know her. I think she looks familiar to me. I think she won.
I know Joan.
Okay. She's the last one.
I think Joan was like the scorned woman.
Understood.
Teresa. Yeah, I think it was like Teresa and Joan.
Understood. Was Joan the Golden Bachelorette?
She might have been. I don't know.
Yes, she was.
Well, all that to say, like, good job. Oh, speaking of jobs, are we going to talk about Apple TV Plus?
No.
You know they're dropping the Plus.
I heard.
Rebrand over at Apple TV Plus. The Plus is no more.
I just can't believe, like, people are seeing this stuff and they're like, oh, we should, like, and seeing the reactions to it, like Max dropping Max. And they're like, oh, we should do something like that. Like, that's a good idea.
I don't know. It's kind of like an attention whore type of thing. Like, they saw how much attention HBO got for dropping and then putting back in the HBO. And yes, while everybody was clowning on them, making fun of them, they were talking about them. So maybe Apple TV was like, I want people to talk about us too. Let's do something just as stupid. Let's drop the Plus.
The Plus never fucking made sense.
The Plus never made sense, but it never made sense without the Plus either, because Apple TV is also something you can physically purchase without having a subscription. Do you know what I mean?
But everyone calls it Apple TV. Like, it's on Apple.
It should just be called Apple.
I actually
And then Apple TV is the thing you buy to like plug into your TV when you want to watch Netflix.
Yeah.
Because that's when you say Apple TV, I'm thinking of the little black box with the HDMI cord.
Yeah. But if I'm like, the Buccaneers is on Apple TV, I would never hit the Plus.
No, you would never hit the Plus, but I would never even hit the TV. Like, what? Yeah. Ted Lasso's on Apple.
The thing is, we don't talk about their show. Like, we
right.
as a society,
it's a non-issue.
We as a society,
they had one good show.
Like, no one's really talking about their shows and where you can stream them.
And to be clear, we all interact with Apple TV Plus in the same way, right? Like, there's one show that gets popular, you buy it, you watch it, and then you cancel. Ted Lasso, Friends and Lovers, Enemies, High Places. What's that show called?
Good Neighbors and Friends. Love your
friends,
love thy
your
neighbor.
Your friends and naders. Everybody was talking about it. I bought Apple TV Plus, canceled it when it was over. Like, that's just what it is.
I leave my subscriptions going, but you're better than me.
Because you're financially reckless.
No, I just like, I hate that feeling of like, what's my password? I need to make a login. Like, I just want ease. And because I'm a cord cutter, I cut my cord for this reason. So that I can have my pick.
So that you could be free.
So I'm my pick of the litter.
But I don't know if you can call yourself a cord cutter if you still have a YouTube TV, honestly. YouTube TV is cable.
Well, that's why I'm not hurting as a cord cutter, but I am a cord cutter.
No, people who are cord cutters like live with streaming services, and when there's like something on cable, like they watch it on Hulu the next day, like Dancing with the Stars.
No, just YouTube TV.
You're not living the life of a cord cutter. I'm just letting you know.
YouTube TV had like circumvented cord cutting so that we're not feeling pain, but like that's what it was meant for.
You're cord cutting asterisk.
I guess, but like, I don't have traditional cable. I don't have a cable bill. I cut that cord.
You don't have a cable box. You don't have like a cord into the cable wall, but you watch cable. Just saying.
But I'm not a cable cutter. I'm a cord cutter.
Sure. Cord cutting implies cable cutting as well. I'm just saying.
Well, we do have some other streaming news that I felt was very pertinent to some of our favorite topics here at the show.
Oh, is it podcast going to be on Netflix? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that.
Netflix will stream a selection of Spotify video podcasts starting in 2026. No, we are not one of them, but
we're not.
Could be.
Not yet.
No, we could be.
Because as you guys know, we are an official Spotify podcast, and if you wanted to watch us on Spotify, you could.
Which just like coincidentally happened, and now Netflix is like, oh, Spotify video podcast, we'll take you.
I love this. And
So-
I just want to say, okay, sorry, you go.
Here are the details for people who hadn't already heard this amazing podcasting news. Netflix is officially diving into the podcast biz. The video streaming giant inked a deal with Spotify to bring a batch of top original podcasts. So they're also the originals. Like, we're not a Spotify original podcast.
No, we're not.
Maybe that's like the second wave.
Yeah, right. We'll get there. Don't rush, Jackie. Don't rush our life away.
Right. Let them be the pilot's experiment.
Yeah, right. The guinea pig.
Like, say that it failed because of them, like, not because of us.
Right, not us.
We'll come
they
in
can't
when
blame
things
us.
are...
Jackie, they can't blame us if it flops.
Including a podcast from Bill Simmons' The Ringer to subscribers worldwide. The companies do not disclose terms of the pact, including how long the deals run, but the partnership will bring sports, culture, lifestyle, and true crime podcasts from Spotify Studios and The Ringer that complement Netflix's existing programming and unlocks new audiences and wider distribution for the shows. So you'll be able to watch these batch of shows on Netflix.
Obviously, not to center ourselves and make everything about us, but it does make the potential of us being on like a major streaming service one day like a reality. We don't sound crazy. So for that, like, I'm excited. I'm excited for my fellow podcasters, excited for everybody who's going to get visibility on like a huge streaming service. And this is just exciting. And this is like a huge win for us, like independent journalists, you know?
Independent media. And we
are an independent media company.
Not to get ahead of myself because we're not on this program yet, but if we were to be on this program, like, that would mean The Frames would be on Netflix. And after everything we've been through...
It's just a testament to the haters being their motivators.
Yeah, like, they started from the bottom. Now, we're not on Netflix, but we could be. And we might be. No one has approached us about being on Netflix, by the way. But this just feels like this is where the industry is going. So maybe it'll be something else. I would love... Like, I love your Flixnet, but...
Yeah, I would, but I'm obviously open to being able to stream on Hulu. I'm open to being the official.
Apple TV, drop the plus. I love your rebrand.
Yes, Max, of course, we would love to have you.
Yeah.
I'd even take, to Peacock, Discovery Plus, whatever.
Hulu.
Yeah, I said that already.
Rising tides raise all tides. This is great for everyone. And you know what? Even if it never happened to us, I'm happy for my friends in podcasting because I'm just really passionate about the space.
Now, not to be a hater, but did you look at the list of podcasts and say to yourself, who? Like, of course, I've heard of Bill Simmons and his Ringer network. I've never seen a clip or listened to a minute of it, but I know it's popular, and so I'm happy for his fans. But like the other ones, I was like, who are these people?
So it's a lot of sports, and I couldn't say if I haven't heard of them, that doesn't mean anything.
Read them to me.
Bill Simmons podcast, The Zach Lowe Show, The McShay Show, Fairway Rollin', The Mismatch, The Ringer F1 Show, The Ringer Fantasy Football Show, The Ringer NFL Show, The Ringer NBA Show. Then Culture and Lifestyle, The Rewatchables, The Big Picture, The Dave Chang Show, The Recipe Club, Dissect, and True Crime is Conspiracy Theories and Serial Killers. I don't know how many of those, but I do think almost 100% are The Ringer shows. I think it's really a pilot program with The Ringer because Spotify owns The Ringer.
Got it. Okay, well, I love that because the Ringer shows, while I've, again, never heard or seen them, they are really popular amongst people whom I don't know. So I want the pilot to be successful.
Yeah, so Ringer fans, stream Ringer on Netflix.
I think a lot of people finagle their podcasts and get them on TV, like their AirPlay. They go to the YouTube app. So this is just a more streamlined way of what people are already doing.
For the cord cutters.
For the cord cutting community.
Another win for the cord cutting community. More content for us.
1,000%.
Are you ready for our fourth story?
If it's our fourth story, that's brought to you by Boulevard.
Yes.
Still juggling multiple tools to keep your business running? From booking to payments to marketing, Boulevard brings it all together in one easy-to-use platform built just for self-care professionals to keep your clients coming back and spending more. So Boulevard is the fastest-growing client experience platform built specifically for appointment-based self-care businesses. So salons, spas, barbershops, med spas, and other self-care businesses, they're so personal. The platform powering your business should feel the same. So it's not just software. It's a smarter, more personal, and simple way to manage all of your business's locations in one place. From bookings and payments to appointments, reminders, and client profiles, Boulevard elevates every client interaction and works beautifully as you do. So with AI-powered scheduling, and marketing tools, you're going to see higher booking and gratuity, more ROIs on your marketing spend, and smoother days for you and your team. And thanks to the always-on AI chatbot and expert support team, they respond within minutes, not days. So see why more than 5,000 top beauty and wellness brands choose Boulevard to streamline and grow their businesses. Because self-care businesses don't just switch to Boulevard, they stay. And if you'd like to join or learn more, visit Join Boulevard, BLVD. We're abbreviating over here. JoinBLVD.com to learn more about Boulevard and look at a demo to see if it's right for you and your business. Again, that's JoinBLVD.com to learn more about Boulevard and book a demo to see if it's right for you. Today's episode is also brought to you by Game Time and the Game Time app. So the Game Time app gives the advantage back to fans. It's the hack for unlocking amazing tickets and experiences in just a few taps. It's incredibly easy to use, and the Game Time guarantee means you can just trust that you're getting 100% authentic tickets on time and at the best price. Plus, fees are always included, so what you see is what you pay. So the kind of big deal, the thing everybody's talking about, the headline news here with Game Time, is that fees are included. So how many times have you bought tickets to a sporting event, comedy, theater, music, and by the time you have found a ticket that's like a reasonable price, you get to check out and it's almost doubled in price? That's because there are lots of hidden fees. But fees are included with Game Time, so you're going to know your total up front with no surprise fees at checkout. They offer zone deals, so you can save even more when you choose a section and let Game Time choose the seats. They're offering seat views, which are going to give you a panoramic view from your seat in the app before you buy, and they're offering the lowest price guarantee, or Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. They also offer Game Time ticket coverage. Your purchase is covered with the most flexible customer service policy in the ticketing industry. So take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets, music tickets, theater tickets, sports tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code TOAST for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code TOAST for $20 off. Swipe, tap, ticket, go. Download the Game Time app today. Today's episode is also brought to you by Neuro. So Neuro's Energy and Focus gum and mints are giving you clean, focused energy without the crash, without the sugar, and without the sketchy ingredients. So Neuro Energy and Focus is powered by natural green tea caffeine, L-theanine for calm focus, vitamin B12 and B6 for better mood and metabolism. They have no sugar, no aspartame, and no crash. So Neuro can be shared or enjoyed on the go, anywhere or anytime, wherever you are. For discreet and good energy, just chew and go. So unlike other gums that are really sugary or energy drinks that have really sketchy ingredients, Neuro is a really clean, effective way and a really just good for you way of getting that boost. So think of it as your smarter, faster wellness ritual for work, workouts, carpooling the kids through activities. Neuro also offers caffeine-free options for all-day wellness support. So their memory and focus gum are made with American ginseng to support mental clarity minus the jitters. Neuro's sleep and recharge mints offer melatonin and chamomile to help you unwind and rest without pills or sugary gummies. So it's not candy. It's functional wellness designed for true everyday focus. It's really just good energy. It's a great alternative if you're looking for like a clean boost throughout the day, or your traditional ways of feeling your best self are not working. Check out Neuro. For a limited time, you can get 20% off your first order at neurogum.com by using code TOAST. That's Neurogum, N-E-U-R-O, gum, G-U-M.com. Code is TOAST for 20% off your first order. You can also find Neuro at CVS and at Amazon. But again, if you want to use that 20% off with our code TOAST, go to Neurogum, Neurogum.com, and our code is TOAST for 20% off your first order.
Thank you, Turt.
You're welcome.
Turto. Our fourth story is some really surprising news for Vanderpump Rules fans, which is that Lala Kent and Scheana Shay are no longer speaking, and their friendship has reached a point of no return. Lala and Scheana's relationship will likely never be the same. During a recent interview with Page Six, Lala was eager to talk about her return to reality TV. Yes, she is doing The Valley like full time.
Yep. And Scheana is not. And Scheana actually had the producer of the show on her podcast to sort of, because everybody would have said like Scheana's not on The Valley because like they didn't want her, but she was offered a role and she declined it, and had Alex Baskin on her podcast to sort of like validate that was true, because no one would have believed it otherwise.
Right. Did she say why?
She did. She said she read a comment. I actually thought this was really profound, and shout out to the person on TikTok who recapped the whole interview for me, because I did not watch it. His name is Josh. She read a comment about herself that like really shifted her perspective. They were like, Scheana's like the senior who graduates high school and comes back like knocking on the door, is like being like, I used to go here. And she did not want to be that. And she said that really affected her. And then she also saw how Paige left Summer House and actually called Paige for advice. And really all of that empowered her to make this big decision.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
That is interesting. I'll have to watch the next season of The Valley and see how it goes. But like, it's not like she's trying to go back to high school and like be on Vanderpump Rules. Like The Valley is college. Like
I agree.
I actually feel like she's being a little hard on herself.
Me too. And I think The Valley could have used a person like Scheana. She was like literally this ethereal figure on it anyways. So we're always talking about her. Yeah, Scheana told me this rumor. She was like literally starting drama on a show she wasn't
with everyone. Like her absence is kind of glaring. It's not like she's like forcing herself.
Like, who told you this big rumor? Who told you?
Right.
Scheana,
she's like forcing. It's not like she's forcing herself into a cast or a position where like she doesn't fit or she's not friends with these people. Like when they tried to do Vanderpump Younger and she's like hooking up with like Max or whatever. Brett.
Right. That
was the senior going back to high school.
Yeah.
I'm sure there were other things factored into her decision, but I actually hope it wasn't just that comment because I don't think that's an accurate take on the situation.
Me neither. And I think the phase of life that she's in, it's perfect for The Valley.
Right. So yes, she talked about Lala's talking about her return to reality TV, life with two kids, and the rebrand of her podcast, but she refused to speak about Scheana. She said, I think I've said everything I need to say on that situation. She was asked whether there was a path forward with Scheana. They were shot down once again. She said, I'm not even going to discuss her at all. So according to Lala, Scheana is upset that Lala didn't promote Sheena's memoir in the way that she wanted to.
Scheana had sent everybody copies of the book and Lala like didn't. She did post about it, but like very like just tagging Scheana, like
not emphatically.
Like, so proud of my friend, and I think that when Lala's book had come out, Scheana had done the opposite, and so Scheana was like disappointed at like the lack of energy for her memoir.
Yeah, I would say that is probably.
Oh, and she did it. Oh, sorry. She also did it after like the pre-sale window. So like when you're writing a book, you announce the book like 3 months before, and then up until the first week that the book is out, all of those numbers count towards pre-sale if you want to make the New York Times bestsellers list. So I think Lala posted about it like after that window. Yeah. And Lala wrote a book. I think it was a bestseller. So like she knows that like the important, 6 days when the book is out, like, and she just sort of like stalled and waited. And I think Scheana thought it was maybe intentional.
So I think that it probably was intentional and it was a symptom of an already deteriorating friendship, not the thing that like, oh, Lala just didn't get around to it and that bothered Scheana. Like,
right.
I think their friendship was on the rocks. According to Scheana, the issue is that after confiding in Lala about her husband's past affair, Lala then repeated it to someone in their circle.
Ooh.
So that could have been what started the issues. Then they're having issues. Then you want me to promote your book. I'll do it a little lacklustery because we're not the best of friends right now. So I actually think like both stories are true. It's just a matter of like when the beef started.
Yeah, well, that's actually like a crazy thing for Lala to have done if true. And you know what? I would love to see this play out on a reality show because this is actually interesting stuff. Right. Not these two being on TV for the last 3 years giving us nothing.
But also, this is really crazy because, like, they were living their lives like sister wives the last few years. Yep. Like, they both have daughters the same age who are best friends. Like, Lala had said that, like, she felt like Brock was, they were in a throuple. Like, that Brock felt like a father to her daughters. Like, they're so close. They just bought houses both in the Valley. They have both houses in Palm Springs. They were doing everything together. Like, this isn't just, like, a friendship that petered out like any other celebrity or reality TV friendship. Like, they had like melded their lives together. So like, it's so crazy that could be so rocky.
And it's crazy that they got to this place while not being on TV because I think TV like really is so toxic and it destroys relationships like that. So when you get out of it, you're finally free. And so for the relationship to have thrived in such a toxic environment and then deteriorated once they're both free, like that's weird.
Yeah. I wonder if anything of it has to do with Lala on the Valley. Like if she said anything on the show. She also said that like she's having a lot of anxiety about being on the Valley even when she films. Like she gets really worried afterwards because she can't like shut up. And she like gets really worried about like fan reactions afterwards ever since like Scandal. She's like not care.
Right, where she became like the villain of Scandal, which is crazy.
Yeah, and that just like has really affected her and given her anxiety. But I also think that's like, just growing up, like you just start to like
care more.
Yeah. But it can affect your ability to do your job. But I'm excited to see her on the Valley. I was promised her on the Valley this season and I didn't get that. And then did you see that she posted with Tom Schwartz?
I did.
Soft launch.
I did.
I don't want to read too much into it because like, I don't want to get my hopes up.
No, and I think they know like the lore.
I think they're slowly falling in love.
Document it. Like seriously, cameras up.
That's how the story ends. I'm obsessed.
Even though Lala like needs and deserves like so much more than him. Like he is awful.
No,
and I feel like we don't even think about it anymore because like in the divorce, like Katie was also a villain. Like she wasn't like a sympathetic person, But oh my God, he was the worst fucking husband to her on the planet.
No, I agree. But
and Lala needs Lala demands, she has 2 kids. Like she just needs more.
She needs a man. However, I think the best of Schwartz, like take away the worst of him, which was like, we saw it all. And I agree with you. And he sucks and he was a bad husband. But when he's at his best, that could actually be like the soft landing place for Lala.
Sure. Like very idealistic of you. And sure.
Just saying. I'll never give up. But I'm not going to go. I'm not walking down this path because I do feel so delusional, but they're like playing into my delusions. It's not right.
Like maybe while they're playing, they're
falling.
Right.
Yeah. Are you ready for our 5th and final story? So much TV news today. We're just like a bunch of TV addicts.
I told you, we are in our cable era, even though we cut the cord.
Yeah, well, last night, Dancing with the Stars dedication night ended with a new couple on top and no elimination.
Wait, who was on top? Not Whitney and
Mark. It was Mark? Dylan and Daniela. And they did dance really nicely. I wouldn't have I never really pay attention to the scores. And then at the end, I'm like, wait, that person did the highest. And,
right.
So it's kind of surprising that they got the best scores, but everyone did, I forget what the name of it was, like freestyle. It was very like lyrical, barefoot, jumping, leaping.
So dance moms,
It was like very beautiful. That's a nice style of dance. And I feel like it's not easy to excel in it, but like comfortable for people, and it looks really beautiful. So they looked really great. They danced to Rewrite the Stars from Greatest Showman, and he dedicated it to his little sister. She's 5, and the way that he was describing like her and their relationship was actually adorable. And I was like, fine, it's okay if Zach's not here. And they did mention Zach and how Zach is like always.
What'd they say?
That Zach has always been there for him. Like he's just the best brother, and that's what Dylan wants to be to Olivia, the little sister.
No, and
they danced to Rewrite the Stars. Like it was okay.
No, I'm telling you, Zach is like hating how famous Dylan is.
Zach should have been in the audience because everyone was in the audience. Everyone who was remotely connected to a dance was in the audience. And I just want to say,
now that Kris Jenner has sat in the audience at Dancing with the Stars, nobody else has any excuse. Like maybe at one time it would have been considered like lowbrow, reality TV, like, oh, I do film. No, now Kris went, anyone can go. Alec Baldwin was there, please.
Yeah, so we'll go in order of the dances. First was Andy and Emma. I actually missed their dance. I didn't tune in on time, so I don't know how it went. But they got a 24 out of 40, which is like really low.
40? Oh, because there was four
judges. And I haven't seen anything about their dance
anywhere.
I feel like it was like finally his flop night and he would have gone home, but there was no elimination. At the end, they were like, everyone's staying. We're not going to send anyone home on such an emotional night.
I mean, I guess that we would be sitting here if they like sent someone home who like dedicated it to like their grandmother. We would have been like, that's crazy. So I actually agree, even though like what a waste of my time. Like I'm here to see who wins and nobody goes home. But if they did, we would have said it was really crazy. So I understand why they didn't.
For sure.
But I'm Andy's #1 fan, and I feel as though it's his time.
Yeah, his time has come, and I think that's like fine. And now he'll get one more dance, and then it's time for him to go home. It's the big dogs now. Plus, there's still so many people there. Then Robert Irwin and Whitney Carson danced in dedication to Robert's mom, who was like, after his dad passed away, was a single mom. And like, I think that was the most moving tribute of the evening for everyone. They got a 35 out of 40. The dancing he danced really well. When I'm watching the dance,
I loved how they incorporated her.
Yeah. Oh, that was.
I know I agree with what you're saying. Like there's a weirdness when you throw a third person and it looks unnatural. And I watched their dance and I thought it was perfectly done.
Yeah, and it was the first one I saw of the night. So it's like the camera went to him and then Whitney swapped out for the mother, and it was like perfect. It wasn't like 3 people like doing a throuple dance.
No, no weirdness. And then when Bindi was on, like she had dedicated it to the dad. So now they've like covered all the parents. It was very beautiful.
It was very beautiful. I think like it was the best use of dedication night. And execution. When I'm watching him dance, I like have to try not to watch Whitney because like then it's all tense for me. But then I'm like, well, that's not fair. And also I want my joy. Like, so I go back to watching both of them. But I do struggle with that when I'm trying to evaluate dances. Okay, Elaine Hendricks and Alan Burstyn, she danced for Chessie and talked about their friendship since Parent Trap, and she doesn't have any siblings, and her mom passed away, and Chessie has just been like family to her. Dennis Quaid was in the audience.
I saw.
And this was a dance where 3 people dancing made me feel weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna look past that because like the fact that these two are such good friends, like real friends. I find so shocking and I find so sweet and I really love. And like then just hearing the background about how it's like she's been there for her when nobody else was. Like I love it. I'm sorry.
I also
I
feel
won't say
like
anything bad.
They couldn't send anyone home based on the dancing because like it's not fair to judge when there's a third person in there. It's like that third person is slowing down the dance moves. They obviously don't have the training. We're like not judging the third person's dancing, but if they didn't do so good, then the dance looked bad. Like it was just not like actually productive for competition, but okay. Like it was sweet.
Yeah.
Then we had Whitney Lovitt and Mark Ballas. They danced with Whitney's husband. This was like a weird one to watch. And Whitney and Mark got 33 out of 40. They were not at the top of the pack. She danced really well. They were out of sync. Like she was going faster than him. Yeah, I noticed it. And then they said it too. You know, she always looks amazing. And of course her dance is like better than anyone who probably got a better score than her. But if she's being judged against herself, especially after last week, it wasn't the best dance. It was kind of all over the place.
I just am happy that her and her husband are like having this moment because that first season of Sex Lives of Mormon Wives was really a lot about them and his like Tinder, whatever.
If it was Tinder.
Yeah, right. Right. So the fact that they're sort of like tying it up in a bow, and I really do think that they have a good marriage despite like all the drama. I think he's like really shown up and like supported her so much. I think he like takes care of the kids like 100% of the time.
She said he quit his job. He moved across the country. He's with the kids all the time. I think they're really a beautiful testament to like working on like seriously hard issues and coming through the other side. He was so honored that she chose to dedicate it to him. Like all sweet. I ship. I love them. And then Mark.
Yeah. No, they needed this.
The theme for their dance was like Mark was fame coming between them. It did just look like another man coming between.
Of course. And like 3 people dancing.
Yeah. Then Jen Affleck and Jan Rovnik. Their scores make no sense to me. They got 29 out of 40. I thought it was beautiful. They danced for Jen's mom. It was emotional. Like she danced beautifully. She's being scored harder than anyone else when once again, all I'm asking is the same, first of all. Like the same handicap that you would put on like Andy Richter. Like
put on the postpartum
and I'm
mama.
also asking for a postpartum handicap. I want her getting better scores, but I would settle for like just fair. Like why is she always getting bad scores? She's not a bad dancer, and last night was beautiful. Like 29, are you crazy?
No, her video really made me cry.
Crazy. Dylan and Daniela, 36 out of 40, we discussed. Jordan Childs danced for her dad. She got 32 out of 40. It was really cute.
I saw it, like he was like standing watching.
He'd stand and watch. It was really great. Like there's not much to say.
She's a real contender, yeah.
But she wasn't contending last night because like we were like telling a story about fatherhood.
Right, so last night was just sort of like a neutral episode for everyone.
Yeah, then Scott Hoying and Riley, they got 30 out of 40. He danced for his husband. They announced that they're expecting a baby.
I saw that on TikTok.
The dance, I don't remember
being compelling.
Exactly.
Okay.
Danielle Fishel and Pasha, they danced for Mr. Feeney. They got 29 out of 40. They did the jive for Mr. Feeney.
Oh, okay.
I love to do the jive for Mr. Feeney. I really do.
Yeah.
They had set up a fake principal's desk.
Okay, that's what I saw on
They had him
Twitter.
there. So they started the dance there with him just like standing there. And then they ended the dance there too with him there. So they did sort of dance around him a little bit. Like I said.
Okay, well that's cute, by the way. And that's hard. Like, by the way, for everybody having to incorporate a third person, with like limited mobility is actually much harder. So cute.
And it wound up being better because I don't want to watch 3 people dancing, as I've previously discussed.
No, I love Danielle Fishel. I'm like so in my Topanga era.
That is so funny. You're 20 years too late.
I'm 20 years late, yeah. But again, I never watched a show growing up. And it's like, wow, she is really pretty. Like,
and they were showing clips from Boy Meets World. She talked about like the impact that he had on her. I think she said like he saved her life. And like even in the show in the last scene where I guess she's graduating from high school and she says goodbye to Mr. Feeney and they're like crying. She's like, we only had to do one take. Like that was the one because it was all very real.
Oh, that's really cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Shout out, Mr.
Really
Feeney.
cute. Shout out.
And then last was Alex Earl and Val. They danced for Alex's little sis. You told us the beautiful story.
And she shared
yesterday.
that, yeah.
She shared that, how like the sister healed her family and showed her like what family is, what it means to be family and like what family can look like. And it was adorable. The sister was so cute. She was so excited to be there. I thought that the dynamic of the 3 of them was one of the better ways 3 people dancing could work. But it was also very like big sis, little sis. Like she was like carrying her on. It was like so ethereal. The girls were like barefoot in their little fairy dresses.
What was her score?
35 out of 40.
good.
So,
what was the
night.
highest score?
Dylan and Daniela with 36.
Wow, okay, go
and then
Alex.
Robert Irwin and Alex tied for second. That feels right.
Yeah, I know I feel like I bring it up all the time, but like Alex Earl's family dynamic will never not be the craziest thing to me.
And in the audience was her dad, her stepmom, and her mom sitting next to each other.
Shout out to that mom, okay? Shout out Mrs.
Earl?
I don't know your name. I don't know.
Nay Earl.
Like seriously, queen. So fucking mature, and she's so gorgeous. I don't know if she's married or anything. Get that girl. Like, where's Brad Pitt? That's who he should be with.
Her Golden Bachelorette.
No, she's too good for that. She's independently wealthy. Like, she doesn't need.
Well, I feel like quality people go on that show.
You know, like for sure, but she doesn't need it. Like,
I think
I
that
feel
would
like she
actually
has.
be such
I feel
a
like she has
slay.
inner peace.
That would be such a slay.
Yeah, but she shouldn't have to go on the Golden Bachelor to be the Golden Bachelorette.
No, I agree. No, Taylor Frankie
Like,
Paul.
she shouldn't have to slum
right
it.
to the top.
Yeah, like give it the Matt James effect.
Yeah. No, that is what I'm saying. No, she should not be a contestant
Okay.
on the Golden Bachelor. Golden Bachelorette.
I love that.
And it's a Disney, Hulu, ABC
Family. Yeah. Well, thanks for the recap. I'll be back. I'll really try, but like I'm
It was a
still
good
adjusting
night
to
to
LA
miss
time.
because no one went home.
Totally. And if somebody has like a hack, like a VPN or something, let me know.
Or
But
you
also,
just
I'm
have
trying
to
to go to taping.
Go to taping. Next week is
Yeah.
Wicked Week, which I'm excited about.
I know, that's a good theme.
I wonder if they're going to send 2 people home to make up for this week. I feel like they should.
Right, like a Glinda and an Alphaba.
Yeah, or just like 2 people because we need to get this show on the road. There's a million contestants and we're halfway through the season.
Yeah, no, it's time.
Yeah.
But but you also have to remember that they stop eliminating. The final episode is 4 people.
Right. Okay.
So if there's 10 people left, there's technically only 6 episodes left.
Okay, fair. But still, show on the road.
Da 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 da.
Ba ba da ba da
Oh.
ba 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 da ba ba.
Emmy to that person. That song is really good. Dee da doo da dee da do dee da doo da day.
Ba ba da.
Skitty dee da 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 da. Somebody, they should dance to that for like the finale.
They should. They had all their troops going last night. Julianne danced.
Oh, go Julianne. One thing about Julianne, she's gonna dance.
I missed the opening number, which has become to be my favorite part because I love dancing.
Da dee da do doo da dee da day.
Ba ba da ba 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 da.
Ski scadoo da da. All right, you guys, that's our show. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast of Millennium Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories that you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching us on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as podcasts and where podcasts can be found. So that's Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places. But if you listen to podcasts, find out the Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, about how stunning, about how wickedly talented we are. Hope you have an amazing day, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Love ya. Bye. Leave a message.